Okay, good morning, Joseph with Smart Money Traders. I haven't streamed in a couple of days because I was under the weather. I'm still not 100%, but I'm feeling much better. So I decided to stream today and for the rest of the week, hopefully. And while my last stream for the year will be Christmas Eve, I believe. I think the 24th. Yeah, I'll probably do my last stream for the year, then take some time off with my family. Probably start back up on the 2nd, probably. Yeah, probably January 2nd. So it'll be a good about 10 days off from trading and streaming and just kind of recharge and get back on track for the new year. So with that said, this stream. I try to do it every day from 9 to 12. And this is for educational purposes only. This is not a recommendation to buy or sell any foreign exchange or future contracts. Trading is difficult. Trading is not something that's easy. So we gotta have the proper training to make the best decision possible. Even with that, it's still gonna be a challenge. The reality is only 5% of people that trade make money. Let's keep that in mind. This is not rich get rich quick scheme where you're gonna come here today and start learning how to trade and make a boatload of money. So there's gonna be always things we need to learn. Trading close to 2 decades now, I still learn every day. That's something you should expect to be doing for the rest of your trading career. So with that said, it's 9:23. We got about 6 minutes or so before the market opens officially at 9:30 here in New York. So right now we're looking at this market, pre-market the SPY, the SPY, which is exactly like function like the S&P 500 futures. So we're going down overnight. After market closed yesterday, we went up. Even early in the morning, this morning, pre-market we went higher. So this is a 30-minute SPY. Probably doing the same. That's kind of trade like the Nasdaq. And yesterday, after market closed, which is a light blue background, it went higher than tanked, recovered a little bit, and pre-market early, we had some bullish movement. Now we are tanking. So with that said, let's just look at directly into the charts here. Yeah, that's what we just left on QQQ to the NQ. As you can see here, we have yesterday was definitely very messy day compared to Monday. Monday was pretty straightforward. Monday you just buy at the open and let this thing run, but you know you don't know until it actually happened. But here we got into resistance yesterday that was created by this last the couple candles before the close yesterday on Monday, and that resistance held once here overnight and early in the early morning session about 7 a.m. It kept the market, the sellers stepped in and let push the market down. So now we're looking at today being a day that overall this market has been in the uptrend. I mean, there's no doubt about it. We have definitely some days though it pulled back, but just looking at this screen here, big move up, kind of consolidate here, and then back and forth here, then a big move up. So if the same pattern continues here, to get this consolidation, today could be a day where we consolidate again. And again, the bias is always in this market here. When I'm looking at it, there's a lot of support right here. So okay, we may come down. We may go down here. So right now we're trading at 21,981, 982. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of movement toward those fair value gaps and the push up from there. So that's what That's what I'm looking for when it comes to NQ here. Maybe some continued movement down, get some people short down here, and then return the market. But at the same time, we may not even make it down there. If we can just take out this high, about 22,000. and 8. If we take that, we may just take off. We may just take off if we can take this level out. So overall, I think I'm bullish, but the market is selling off right now. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Same thing is happening here, probably in the ES. ES is definitely looking more bearish and pretty much same pattern really when you think about it. Even though yesterday movement on the ES, definitely those lower highs and lower lows would tell me we're looking to sell. And also here, there's a trend line that got broken. This trend line got broken here, so that's something we gotta keep in mind. That's a 30-minute chart. So when it comes to my daily bias, I use that as my big picture chart. So we may see some movement still to the downside here. One same scenario could happen here, come back down to the zone and bring it back up. Oh, if we get above this blue line, get above this, then we may see some movement to the downside, like earlier we said with the NQ. So with that said, it's 9:29, less than a minute before the market opens. So we're gonna see how the first 5 minutes go, and based on that, we'll make some decision whether we're gonna be trading long or short. Again, we usually go for a scalp. The first, if we trade the ES, we go for 10 ticks on the first target, and the second target, sometime based on how the market's moving, we'll wait for the regular 5 points, or we can even give it more room. It's 9:30, market's open. So this goes. Let this market digest for the next 5 minutes. Digest the movement from the open. So right now we're gonna see a little back and forth until we actually pick a direction. Picking the direction will vary from day to day. Some days it's gonna happen in the first 5 minutes. Some days may not happen in the first couple hours. So and some days we will not have a direction at all. We just gotta be nimble enough to recognize that and know, hey, if I'm gonna take this trade, it's gonna be a short-lived move. There's gonna be no momentum. If it's ranging, I'm gonna buy the support and sell the resistances. But if it's trending, it's a trending day. Definitely gonna let some selling off happening right now. So let's see what happens. NQ is already selling off. Market internals, first couple of minutes, first minute or so is green. Let's wait and see how this market goes today. Just gonna be patient like we always need to be when trading. We're at a support level on the ES. Let's see a breakdown here to the next one, which is at 60.41. So any up movement from here would not be surprising, at least temporarily. So wait and see. And also pre-market, this market kind of tanked pretty straight down. So having some people taking their profit right now would push this market up a little bit. We'll see. See if there's any news. Okay, so we got a OMC today, which is probably not gonna help with as far as market direction early on. Because typically on the day with FOMC, the Feds meet. I'm gonna have the statement and we'll have the conference at 2:30. Statement at 2. That makes a lot of sense. This market might be one of those that doesn't give you much of a direction all day. But even though so far it's kind of, on the downside. Some buying's happening here. Right? Looks like we're pushing down. It's about another minute. It'll be 9:35. But again, as you can see on the top left, ES is ranging, so it's really not time to make any decision yet. And we're at support. We will not be selling right here either. With that said, we're just gonna wait in here and see how it goes. So I still have a little bit of a cough, so I had to mute myself to cough. But let's wait and see. Because right here what looks like this could be a manipulation here, where they get some people short for a couple ticks and then they reverse it. But will that be the case? We don't know. We're definitely at the moment biased to the short side. Kind of same things happening here in the NQ. See if they're gonna keep pushing it down. Yeah, they're pushing it down. Definitely at the moment, the sell seems to be more likely to work. And that's why we do in trading. We look for a position where it's more likely to work out. That's why we're not married to a bias. We go by what the market is doing at the moment. And that can change at any time. So we broke down the support. What I would like to see here, Probably a couple more bars to the upside. Couple bars to the upside here. Then a U-turn. We probably can think about going short. Up right now, let's see. I think we're gonna do an NDT. Because right now we're at 48.25. Well, let's do that.
Order submitted.
We're gonna we'll show at 45.75 if we get down there. If not, if we get a bullish bar here, this order cancels automatically.
Order canceled.
Fine. I'm gonna try it again here. Okay. First target is at the new low. We'll have to make a new low by a tick or two. That would be our first target. And the second target is right above that next support line. Let's see how it goes here. Let's see how it goes. Then we're shorting the ES. After the pullback here to this resistance zone, which was support. Now becoming resistance. Now it's really going against us. Let's see what the deal is here on the order flow. Okay. Above 52, this trade is probably no longer valid. So that's why I have my stop right here. Above 52, we don't want to be in this trade anymore. Let's wait and see how it goes here. We're going to see some ranging action going on here. It looks like the sellers want to get back and take control here. Get back in control. So let's see if we can push past that previous low, which would give us the first target. Yeah, this short trade here is not looking too good. We're going to stick to our original stop. But unless we get a turnaround right at the moment, anything above 60-50 here should be taken as bullish. So that's why we have a stop in place in case it goes against us. And that's why the stop is there to say, hey, to admit that, hey, we're wrong and this trade's not going to work out. Now, if it's going to work out, obviously that's what we'd like to see. Sellers are getting back in contention here. I remember we took this position before it started to range like this. We took the position right after we have that negative bar here. That's when we got in. And then it started to range like this. So that's why in the market, you cannot predict what's going to happen next. You can only act based on where you are at the moment in the market. At the moment, it looks like it was just a pullback to this previous resistance, to this previous support that became resistance. But right now, it's kind of ranging down here. Order flow wise is very mixed right now. As you can see, it's kind of reflecting the price action here, ranging. So let's wait and see how it goes. Sellers are coming back into contention. So hopefully that will give us a winner here. NQ starting to go down here, so hopefully ES will follow. Yeah, probably not. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like this short will be working out at the moment. So let's see. We got a couple more points to a target, to a stop. So there's still a chance we turn around here. Because we are very indecisive right now at the moment. We definitely know the NQ is at a resistance. The ES looks like some sellers are coming in at the moment too. So we may see a push down at the moment, but let's see if it's going to be sustained here to really turning around where we can get to a first target at least. Doesn't look like it's likely here. But again, we're going to stick to our original plans, which was, hey, above 52.5, we're going to be out of the trade. The adverse price action dictate why we do. We want to have a plan. If it doesn't go as planned, then we take the stop loss. We take the stop out, and then we reassess. And when you look at this market here, we had a nice little sell-off pre-market. Thinking, hey, we're going to get a continuation here. We're not getting that, so we're getting a reversal. So let's do things. It's the thing with trading. Until you're out, you don't know really if you're going to be out. So right now, it's a little bit of a fight between the sellers and buyers right here. Okay, about 3 ticks to a stop. The sellers are still present here. They can run over here because there's definitely momentum to the upside here. Now, if we get back to 49, we may think, okay, we may see some more bearish movement here. Yeah, whenever we get back to 49, meaning hey, we're probably gonna continue higher here. Okay, gonna almost hit a stop here. Maybe one more tick here, we'll be out of this trade.
Stop filled.
We are out. So what do we do next? We're just gonna have to wait and see if this is a true reversal. Again, some green background on the NQ. Still below VWAP on the NQ. Let's look at the ES. Probably still below VWAP as well, but looks like we're marching higher here. Order flow definitely getting bullish. Now, fundamentals are green. Now, the thing, again, we went forward based on pre-market movement. And here we're going lower here, and we did not. So now we're going to be leery here to go long. To go short again. Even though we're going to be heading to a resistance level because that big fair value gap created in the ES, I call it about 10 points. So for the ES, that's kind of a big. So let's see, will we get a pullback here to try to go long? Or is it going to be just hitting the VWAP and turn around to the downside again? So it's just going to have to wait and see. So far, one trade, one loss. Charlie was only 9.55. So we're just going to wait and for a clearer picture here. But at the moment, this does look like a reversal. And I did like a FOMC too because we had this big, overnight we kind of grinded a higher 2 bars with that make this whole about an hour of movement that makes it all the way down here. I'm looking at the bottom right chart, so let me make it bigger. So these 2 candles really made it all the way down here. Now it looks like we're experiencing a reversal to the upside, which we're kind of hoping that it makes it down here to this support zone, but it never did. That's another reason to like, okay, if our premise is gonna make it down here, if we were to make it down here, so we have to fill us before we get there. But we'll only be able to manage maybe a couple points, couple ticks into profit, and then it turns around on us. Now again, here we'll be careful. This is gonna be a resistance zone, so we may see some selling coming in here. Let's wait. Pushing the VWAP, may see some selling here. If you remember correctly, 52.5 was my stop, but I got taken out at 52.75. This is one of the disadvantage when you use a sim stop, because I use a simulation stop. Sometimes you may get taken out a tick or 2 later, but also a lot of times it's going to keep you in the trade, because if the price gets hit exactly, sometimes you may not get fill on the stop, so which is a good thing. Let me clear my throat. So in this particular case, I got taken out a tick later than I wanted to, but some kind of pullback here if we were to be going long. So, but we're going into this resistance area too. So that's definitely not clear. We would definitely want to be buying lower than it is now, or at least give us a pullback. It does give us a couple bars of it's very shallow though. I would probably do something toward 49. 5 points down. Give me a turnaround then. Then we can think about going long. See, here we're getting this ranging action here. To me, it's not really ready yet to go one or the other. Again, we're in the value area here. When we get like this little pullback here, it goes back down this way. And then give us a move to the upside this way here. So give me that double pullback I usually talk about, because we're at the VWAP. I don't think we want to execute here going long. Looks like we're breaking up to the upside here. To the upside. Now, could the VWAP be the place that they're turning back to the downside here? It's possible. Look at the NQ here. Okay, so we arrange those. Yeah, definitely looks like we want to go higher here. Again, since we're at resistance, a short does make sense here as well. Maybe on the next bar down here, maybe thinking about going short, but at the same time, what we may do here is get a short below 55.5 and have a stop really, maybe 3-point stop. So the regular 5, because we still see here there's possibilities turns around to the downside here. Let's just wait and see. I'm gonna have my order go short in place here. See, and sell to the upside. So okay, just gonna have to wait. I guess long is the direction, huh? Let's see. Maybe we'll wait for a pullback to go long here. Then it's not clear, so we're gonna stay on the sidelines for the moment. Like I mentioned earlier, this market is basically at a resistance in some ways, so we should expect the kind of movement we're getting here. A little bit, we're back and forth between the buyers and sellers. So at the moment, we're definitely favoring the long, but we would need a little pullback before we can do that. Okay, I think we're getting the pullback that we want. Yeah, we're getting that pullback, I think. Let's see. The U-turn here, really. I'm gonna go long. I think we have enough room at least for our first target. The next resistance level would be at 62 and a quarter, close to our first target at least. At least we'll be able to reduce our risk by the time we get to 62 and a quarter, you know. If we were to go long like 60 and 3/4. So we're gonna put a buy stop here. Yeah, coming back. But this was resistance. Now, hopefully this will serve as support. So my order entry would be at
Order submitted.
69 and 3/4 is my entry to go long. Let's see if we can get this bounce here. It's a real one. Yeah, getting some green background at ES, which is showing some alignment here and the different brick sizes to the upside.
Order filled.
Okay, we got fill. 59 and 3/4. See if we can at least get to our first target here. NQs looks like he wants to go higher, so for the ES we'll follow suit here. Yeah, lots of back and forth here between the two, between the sellers and buyers here. Okay, looks like this back and forth is still going on. At least we're up about 4 ticks now. And it's a very sensitive area because we got some sellers interest here, which is very understandable. Well, right above the VWAP. Well, let's see if we, this back and forth here around the VWAP is to be expected. Now we're long here because, again, that light blue line to me was resistance. When we broke it, come back to it and bounce. On that U-turn here, this is when I went long. This candle went up, then I went long. Okay, see some push to the upside here. So let's see if we can. We're gonna do up 6 ticks. We're gonna reduce our liabilities by 6 ticks. We're gonna go to 55. No, actually 56 would be. Or our stop would be down here. Got a chance here to hit that first target. We got pretty close to it. Got one more tick. We're gonna move our stop to break even. We got an ATM that does that for us at 9 ticks. And we're at 8 ticks at the moment. There you go. Oh, maybe this ATM does that 10 ticks. Thought it was 9. Okay. Let's see if we can continue on this path to the upside to hit that second target. Now, way in advance, we knew 62 and a quarter. Probably going to be a resistance. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can get to that next target here. If it's not, we'll wait for the pullback to finish and make the U-turn and go long again. If everything stayed the same as far as the market conditions here. Stop trading at the moment. 2 more points here. 1 more point here from the high. From the 64 and a quarter to 65 and a quarter. 1 more point here. Let's see if we can get to that second target. It's looking like we're going to get stopped out here in profit for the second contract. But yeah, just going to be patient here with that second contract. Either it's going to hit or stop. Got 2 more ticks for that to happen.
Stop filled.
Yeah, got stopped out. Or it was going to hit our target. Now, pullback hitch area. Which is right above the VWAP. We probably would want to go long again, but it's almost 10:30, which is the initial balance. It will be officially formed at 10:30. The initial balance again is the low. It's the range between the low of the session starting at 9:30. Until 10:30. So that's your pretty significant range to be mindful of. So typically after 10:30, if market trades above that, so we're looking for some longs, some bullish moves. If it trades below that, typically it's gonna go lower. Doesn't always happen. It's usually those highs and lows of the initial balance can be used as manipulation points where they break the high to induce some buying and then turn it around to the downside, or break the lows to induce some selling and turn it around to the upside. That's something to keep in mind. It looks like right now we got taken out almost to the tick. The low on this was 61. Our stop was at 61 and a quarter when it got taken out. So that's gonna happen when you trail your stop. They come back and tag you out, and then it goes straight to your target. That's the give and take that you give when you trail. Trailing, hey, if they come back and take you out at break even completely, or you can capture some points, some ticks as the market goes your way, in that second contract. That's what we decided to do today. Typically, that's what we do. But sometimes we intervene manually and move the stop back a little bit to give it room for the pullback. Here, giving a couple ticks would have definitely been beneficial. But it's all in hindsight. We cannot be trading in hindsight. Trading is about foresight and making the right decision at the right edge. As part of the title of this stream, it's really trading at the right edge, because I can scroll back here and tell you everything that happened, but it already happened. So it already happened, and then we can have a bigger, clearer picture to know why it happened. But at the moment, it looks like it's attacking that the swing. Right, give us a new high here, which would have broken. If we break this high, goes to 65 and a quarter. That was where our second target was. Okay, so let's wait and see. There's nothing for us to do right at the moment. Both the NQ and the ES are resistance. Preferably, what we would like to see is some kind of pullback on the ES, probably 58 area, and then turn around from there. If that does happen, then we'd be interested in the buy. So it's 10:31. The initial balance is officially in as formed here. The high of this candle is 64 and a quarter, so that's the top of the initial balance, and the low down here at 940 is 45. So we got about a 19-point range in the initial balance here. Again, typically what I'd like to see is some kind of selling, give us a pullback to get engaged long. But also sometimes we may not get that. You may just get a straight up move from here. So we wait to make a decision on which way we want to be trading here. Our bias at the moment is to the upside. Again, our second target would have gotten hit here. But now let's look and see. 64 and a quarter is the initial balance high. So that number, that area, could serve as support as well. So if we get a pullback toward that and the U-turn, we may go long from there too. Looks like we're getting that at the moment. Let's see if we can get a pullback. If we get a pullback towards 64 and a U-turn, and then we're long. NQ, it's a little wild. Usually I don't trade that. We're looking at a setup here too, even though the last 10-15 minutes, last 40-15 minutes, the NQ has been kind of ranging between those two levels. So I'm not a breakout trader either, so I can say, hey, I'm just going to use this as my entry for a breakout, because a lot of fake outs happen in the NQ and in the markets in general, but the NQ is notorious for that, because if you had a breakout order here, this was your entry, you got taken in and immediately taken to the woodsheds. So we'll wait here and see what the NQ. It don't look like we're going to get the pullback we wanted here in the ES. Pushing higher here, and now the ES, so again, coming back towards 64 here would be ideal. With a turnaround, would go long, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen here. And the NQ is giving us some bullish action here. But again, we're right at the pivot, so we don't want to be taking that. So let's wait. We're at a resistance area here with the ES anyway, so we don't want to be taking all along here either. So waiting for a pullback is our best bet. So if we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. So I'm gonna keep my powder dry for now. I'm looking at the order flow here in the ES. It's like we had a stalemate here. Resistance again. You see a little bit of selling here, which we would like to see. Would like a pullback, so we can buy it. We're not gonna buy it at this level. Definitely would be, don't want to be selling it either. But if we get the pullback and the U-turn, then we can engage long. That's the plan at least, yeah. Now the NQ broke that resistance. Now we're hitting it from the other side. Now it's going to become support. Potentially, a U-turn here on the NQ may say, hey, we may go on higher. I think if we do get a next trade on this stream here, that's probably would be our last trade for the day. If we do get an opportunity here, we'll take it right on stream. But if not, this market being FOMC today, we're not going to force anything. We really shouldn't be forcing anything when we're trading. But especially on a day like today, we'll be extra careful because FOMC is about three more hours. Over three more hours, we're going to have FOMC. So that's something to keep in mind. So we may see a market that's dead between now and then. If there's no clear direction in the market and there's no movement, the best course of action is to stay away from it. Doesn't look like we're going to get that pullback in the ES. Looking at the NQ kind of flying higher now. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to get that pullback on the ES, at least not for the moment. Just looking at the bottom right chart in 30 minutes NQ, actually I'm going to maximize it. It did hit that first value gap and turn around. This definitely would have been a nice entry at 930 here. 21,930. You have about 118 points if you took that entry down here. The ES, what happened is the ES never really made it that far. It was short down here, got taken out. Now we're making a new high for the day. Definitely would want to see a pullback to go along. But we're getting close to 11 o'clock. 3 more hours after that will be FOMC. We're going to stay away from FOMC today. Like we usually, any major news, we don't trade it. At least not directly, the news. We may trade the aftermath, but, it'll be 2 p.m. I think at that point, I'll be doing something else. Won't be trading FOMC today. The ES definitely climbing higher. We never get the pullback we wanted. When this happened here, we say, hey, would like to see a pullback. But this kept going. Our next level that I would like to see a pullback to on the ES would be 59.25. Sorry, 69.25. This blue dotted line here. This was resistance, broke it. Now if it comes back to it and give us a U-turn, then we may engage long. But let's see if we get that. If we don't get that, honestly in the next 10-15 minutes we don't get any setup, we'll close up shop for the day. So it looks like we're getting a little bit of a pullback here. So let's see what we get. Yeah, we're getting a pullback on the NQ. Now, the pullbacks on the NQ are usually much steeper than the ones in the ES. Right now, we already went down a good 19 points, 30 points on the NQ from the high. And then the ES only went down maybe 2.5. So 2.5 points. But hopefully we can get this little pullback we were looking for to 69.25 in the U-turn. Then we may consider going long at that point. I don't think I see any chat question here. Well, good. Hopefully you guys are staying safe out there and plan your trade and trade your plan. In an uptrend like we have right now in the ES and NQ, a shallow pullback could be a sign also of a strong market. I know in the ES I was hoping that it gets to 69.25. But with the U-turn here, we may keep going higher. So don't be too quick to jump the gun here, but also we may get the U-turn right at the moment here. We would rather have it a little deeper, but if we don't get that deeper pullback, we're just gonna go with it. And on the downtrend, shallow pullback is just showing, hey, there's a lot of selling going on, and it's a very, very weak market. sometimes what we predict will most of the time will not happen. That's the part of trading. That's why being in the predicting business and trading is very dangerous, because we don't try to predict the market. We're just trying to react to what it's doing. Predicting is for analysts. You know, those people on Wall Street that get paid bukus of money to evaluate companies and industries and this and that. But us as traders, we're just trying to trade what the market giving us. We're trading what we're seeing. But like right now, you know, this market clearly to the upside. You know, can we get a couple more bars to the negative here, then a U-turn? That'd be ideal. But if we don't get it, we may just engage long here too at 74. I mean 73 3/4, you know. So let's see if we can buy an up close here. It's kind of high of the day, really close to this. But with order flow the way it's going, I think we might at least get to the next target here. Let's see, yeah, we would have been in already, but we didn't engage. Because again, I'd like to see at least another attempt to go lower than the U-turn. That would gives me more confidence in my entry here. So if we get that double pullback, something like this, it goes higher, then go lower, and go much higher, then that'll give us a little more confidence in our entry as far as the pullbacks will be behind us. Because at the moment here, entering here would be, yes, a little riskier than entering after a U-turn in the future. I think at the moment we'll stay put. See what's happening in the NQ as well. As you can see here, it looks like we're gonna pull back a little more on the NQ. The ES does the same. Then with the U-turn, we can go long. So let's wait. I would enter at 73 3/4. Now I would be down 3 points. So that's why sometimes waiting is the best way to really gauge and see what if it's not clear, don't get engaged. Like right now, if we get a push up here, then I think it's a better entry. So
Order submitted.
72 3/4. Not because it's 1 point lower, because now we have that double pullback thing happening here. Then I can have a tighter stop. You know, I can move my stop all the way to 3 points and not feeling too bad about it, giving the market enough room to operate.
Order filled.
Okay, we got filled here. Emergency stop is in place. So now, you know, anything like 4 or 5 ticks, I can move my stop to break even at least. You know, like, let's see. I'm gonna leave the emergency stop in place at the moment. You know, I will be quick to move I can move my stop a little quicker than if I didn't have that second pullback. Because now I know if we come back down to 69.5, I definitely don't want to be in this trade anymore. So that's why I can go and drop my stop right there, you know. So I'm gonna reduce my risk here, because if we're ranging here, if it breaks this range one way or the other, hopefully we'll break it to the upside for the sake of this trade. But if it goes to the other way, probably we're gonna take off 2 points off for liabilities, and again we'll be done trading for the day. Win, lose, or draw in this situation here. Let's wait and see. Again, we know we've definitely bought high here, but we're waiting for that little pullback, and turn around. We'll get it. It's not always going to work out. So if it doesn't work out here, that's fine. It's 11:03 here on the East Coast on a Wednesday, December 18. So again, if you, at the beginning of the stream, I talk about Christmas Eve probably will be my last streaming day for the year, and I'll take a break, maybe about 10-day break. Then we'll come back on the second. So on the 2nd of January 2nd. That's the goal, to be back. I'm not sure yet. I'll make the determination by then. If it's not the 2nd, I may even wait for the following week. So see what happens here. So nice back and forth going on here. Let's see. Can we get to this first target before we get to this stop? And so far we 1-1, one loser. This is looking more like it's going to be two losers today and one winner, which is fine. Some days going to be losing days. Just part of the trading game. Okay, we got within the tick of a stop. Except the buyers wanna, engage here again. Well, we'll see if they're gonna be able to reverse it here. NQ's flying higher. But let's see if that's going to reflect in the ES here. Definitely bought at a higher price than normal here. I wanted to see a deeper pullback typically, but here's why. One of the reasons that I went long here is because sometimes we may not get that deeper pullback, and we got close enough to get to this band here. And when this turnaround happened in that second little pullback, got a 1, 2, turn around, I went long. Just stick with my plan. And because I know if we go below this band, we're probably going to go much lower, I reduced my original risk, which was 5 1/4, 5 points, and 5 1/4 points. So I saw 3 1/4 points. So it's, staying within my rules. Again, to my liking. Yeah, that's a little high buying here. Let's see if we can get the turnaround to go the other way here. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we're done trading for the day. Win, lose, or draw here, we will be done trading for the day anyway. That was the plan. So with that said, a couple of ticks away from my stop. 1 tick away. Let's see if we can survive this. If not, we'll be trading tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m. And hopefully we'll get some better results tomorrow.
Failed.
Got stopped out here at stop, got hit here. We out for the day. Again, we're going to see if some kind of acceleration to the downside here. This was a pretty significant level. Yeah, could be one of those things you get taken out by a couple of ticks and then turn around your way. So 9 1/4, I remember saying, hey, this could be a nice little place to turn around from there. But we didn't get that until now. But anyway, real quick, I want to short down here because following this momentum, I'm saying, hey, it looks like we had this pullback and turn around to the downside. Up a couple of ticks, then took me out. Then I realized, okay, market is to the upside now. We went long. First target got hit. Second target would have definitely got hit with plenty of room. Or we got ticked out by a couple of ticks by trailing our stop. Now, going lower here from this high. Again, this was the previous high of the day. So now you have manipulation too. Went long here, thinking, hey, this was a shallow pullback. We're going to keep going higher. But it looks like we're getting a deeper pullback. I'm still bullish in this market. It's just a matter of now when we're going to get that U-turn to go the other way. But keep in mind, today is less than 3 hours for FOMC. So I think Powell is speaking 2:30. So, okay, is this the U-turn talked about here? Maybe not. So it's still going in a way that's not too clear at the moment. But I can see some buyers stepping in here on my order flow chart. Let's see what happens. And good luck with the rest of the day trading, if you're still trading. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.